Okay, here we have the TrueShopping BC4902D brush cutter strimmer. I've been trying for ages, it won't start. I've checked the spark plugs and the fuel, everything seems to be fine, but it just will not start. It was running fine apparently, and then it just stopped working. So I'm going to dismantle the unit. Here I'm just removing all the covers. Now I'm just taking up the exhaust. And this is the actual air filter I'm removing, and behind it holds the screws for the retaining the carburetor. Just get that undone as well, out of the way. And now I'm just undoing the cylinder head bolts, and once they're undone it's just a matter of lifting it out of the way. Just give you a close up here. There seems to be some kind of damage. It's like something's got into the cylinder, or it's overheated. There's damage to the exhaust side of the cylinder and the rings. Give you a freeze shot there. And I'm just going to remove the retaining gudgeon pin, the clips for it, and just to give you a closer look. That's the pin coming out there. This gives a clean up and give you a better look at the state of the piston. As you can see on the side here, it's there's some kind of, I don't know if there's something inside the engine, bad mixture, or it's just revving too high. And here I'll just show you inside the cylinder, a bit of scoring on the inside of the cylinder as well, the exhaust side or outlet side. I've managed to track a cylinder head and piston kit down on the internet for $11.99. A few weeks later it's arrived, and it comes with the fitting kit of gaskets and compression rings, retaining clips. This is the actual cylinder head here with the piston inside. Now the piston's got an arrow on the top which points towards the outlet. That's the brand new piston there. And this is the cylinder head. Just give you a couple of close-up markings on the side. This must be the manufacturer. So just going to fit the piston first. Like I say, it's got an arrow on the top here which points towards the exhaust outlet side. So first thing I'm going to do is fit the gudgeon pin retaining clip just to the one side. Just make sure that's fitted in nicely. There you go. And then next thing to do is fit the piston. As I've said, the arrow on the top, which is highlighted here, it's got to face the outlet or the exhaust side. And all you've got to do then is just you got to push this gudgeon pin through the bearings on the top of the connecting rod. lift this up a little bit here, close up of what I've got to do. Like I said, I've put this circlip in the one side, so I've just slide the gudgeon pin through, and that's it, fitting on nicely there. So now all I've got to do is fit the retaining clip to the other side, a bit fiddly. This is the method I've used, so just use the long nose pliers to hold it in place. Just put my thumb over the side there so it doesn't the clip doesn't fly out. If it does, it will disappear, you'll never see it again. And I've got the circlip in, but it's not quite sitting correctly, so I'm just going to push it in with a screwdriver. Heard it click there, so that's it, fully fitted. Get close up there, what it looks like when it's in situ. Now that that's done, I've just got to fit the compression rings. There's two of them, they're brittle and they go a certain way round because there's two notches on the piston which they fit around, or like a locator. So I think it stops them from spinning around when the engine's going. And like I said, these rings are brittle, they can snap, so you need to be very careful when you're fitting them. That's the two rings fitted, and here I'll give you a close up of the two notches. There's one in the top ring and the bottom ring. This is how the rings fit around them, like so. That's what it's like when it's actually in the engine. And I'm just going to put a bit of oil around the cylinder head. So now I've fitted there's a new gasket, cylinder head gasket that comes with it. I've just fitted that, and I'm just going to press the compression rings in and fit the cylinder piston into the cylinder head. A bit fiddly, but try not to, well, you're going to make sure you don't damage anything while you're doing this. And just gently prise that down, and that's the new gasket there. And once the piston's gone into the cylinder, it's just a matter of lining it all up with the gasket so the bolts can go in, and that's all lined up. So here are the cylinder head bolts, 4 of them, which I'm just tightening up now. Now that they're in place, I'm just fitting the exhaust back on with the new supplied gasket which comes with the kit. And I'm just fitting the covers back on, reverse of when I first dismantled it. This is just the housing for the carburetor, the air filter. Just tighten that up. And just fitting the spark plug back in. And that's pretty much done, fully assembled now. Just priming the carburetor, and then just a matter of firing it up. Managed to get it started this time. I've just left it running for a bit, about 5 minutes or so, and here we are. It seems running. It was smoking a lot at first, but as the engine warms up, the smoke will die down. That pretty much concludes. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.